This variety is Magoon. Magoon is something that was released out of the Mississippi breeding program many a year ago. The Mississippi breeding program has always been kind of interesting to me because they use some different things in their material than what North Carolina and University of Georgia have used. And their vines have a kind of a distinct appearance because of it. The berries seem to be a little more wild in their type. They look more like the stuff the University of Georgia was releasing in the 1930s and 40s, whereas Magoon was a little more recent than that. Because the vines seem to be a little more wild, they also seem to be a little more vigorous and healthy than some of the other varieties. You seldom have much problem with fruit rots or any bugs or anything like that on Magoon. This is August 14th, and you can see the crop is just starting to get some ripe ones now, so it's kind of a late season variety. Very differential in ripening. You got very ripe berries, and then you have berries which are still very green, and then some in horizon. If you look hard enough, you'll find some bloom clusters too. And so it's kind of all over the place in its ripening. Small berries, much too small for what we use muscadines for, unless you were juicing it now. And this has got the old-time muscadine character. Tough, whole, very, very hard to eat, and then you got kind of the juicy, slimy pulp, and a lot of seed within the pulp. So, in character for eating-wise, it's much more akin to a juice grape like Noble than it is to something that we typically think of as a fresh market grape. The only thing that I really think Magoon has going for it is it has a tremendous muscadine aroma and flavor. And so if you get these dead ripe, they do really smell great, and they do have a wonderful flavor. And so it might be kind of nice for making something like a jelly where you want a lot of that flavor and you don't care about the tough holes or the size of the berry. But probably if I were going to pick one to do that with, Southland is another one sort of out of that program. It's a little bit bigger than Magoon, and I like Southland a little bit better than Magoon in terms of having that aroma and flavor.